Welcome you all for the Mulana classes. So last class we completed the chapter mechanical properties of fluids. But in that mechanical properties of fluids, one topic is there, that is of surface tension. So that the topic we'll discuss from today onwards, one separate part. First we'll go through the concepts, then afterwards we'll discuss numerics. So our topic is surface tension. Okay. So what is the meaning of surface tension? Surface tension. Have you ever observed you take one molecule, one drop of mercury on a glass plate. So you press it with a pin. So after removing the pin, so what happened to the mercury? It will again come back to original state. The mercury will act like a elastic rubber band. You elongate the rubber band means again the rubber band after removing the external force, it will come back to its original position. In the same manner, when you press so that mercury drop, it will be compressed. When you remove that external force, pin, then what happened to the mercury drop will come back to its original state. So that is because of the property surface tension. So surface tension is a property, so due to which the free surface of the liquid, which one? The free surface of the liquid will act like a elastic membranes, rubber band like a elastic membranes. That property is called as surface tension. Because of the property of surface tension, the free surface of the liquid act like a elastic membranes. Why it is acting like elastic membranes, we will come to know. So generally, those molecules which are there on the surface will experience a net downward force. Why they will experience a net downward force, we will discuss. So because of the net downward force, what happens? So the molecule, the free surface will act like a elastic membranes. What does it mean is, so in case of liquid, so on the free surface, some force is acting, that is a molecular force. So because of that force only, it is exhibiting the property surface tension. So what is the definition for surface tension? Generally, if I draw, so let me consider if I draw any free surface. So on the free surface, if I draw any imaginary line, surface tension definition can be defined as the force acting per unit length on a imaginary line drawn on the free surface of the liquid. If I draw on free surface of the liquid, a normal force will be acting. This is the imaginary line drawn on the free surface of the liquid. How much force acting on this imaginary line per unit length? So that force acting per unit length is defined as the surface tension. But remember, that force is acting on the free surface of the liquid. That force is acting normally, perpendicular, so on a imaginary line. That if you draw an imaginary line, for that imaginary line, that force will be normal. So how much force acting per unit length? That is called as surface tension. T value will be equal to F by F. This surface tension is a molecular phenomena. So so this is exhibited because of which one? Molecular phenomena. So this surface tension, what is the force acting due to the surface tension? So on the free surface of the liquid, so always there will be a force acting. That force acting value given by, so F value is equal to T into L, where T is the surface tension. This force direction will be always normal to the line. So this surface tension will be scalar quantity because its direction is, it does not have any direction. The direction of force will be always normal to that imaginary line. We will discuss how the force is acting. What is the reason behind that force to act? That will come to know. Now just we are discussing what is the definition for surface tension. That force acting per unit length. So this surface tension is a scalar quantity. SI unit of surface tension given by SI unit of force is Newton. By SI unit of length is meter. That is the SI unit of the surface tension. Are you getting that? So always for the free surface of the liquid, there will be a normal force acting. That force only called as surface tension. So what are the factors on which surface tension depends? Factors on which surface tension depends, or factors on which surface tension of a liquid depends upon. Surface tension of all liquids are not same. Surface tension depends upon which factors? The first factor is it depends upon the nature of the liquid. Nature of the liquid. Surface tension value will be different for different liquids. Generally you take water. So whenever water you take on a glass, so water will be spread over on the glass properly. When you take a mercury drop, you take it on glass slab, it will not spread over. Why water only will spread out? Why mercury not spread out? Means surface tension for water is less compared with the surface tension of mercury. So due to that reason, what happens? So surface tension value which is less for water, it will be spread over. You take any ointment, antiseptic ointments will be there, no? So that ointments should have a least surface tension. Then only they will spread over on our. So wherever we apply, it will spread over properly. So liquid surface tension will play a very important role while spreading. Like water, that ointment also should, though it is not water, but it should have least surface tension to spread properly. So what is the conclusion is, surface tension depends upon nature of the liquid. It is different for different liquids. And surface tension depends upon temperature. So temperature of that liquid. So temperature will decide. This is very important factor. We will discuss in detail. So what about the surface tension with the temperature? Whether it is increasing or whether it is decreasing, that will come to know. So just now I am telling factors. The second factor is over. And third factor is it depends upon the impurities. It depends upon which one? Impurities. What are the impurities present? That impurities added to that liquid. That is also will affect the surface tension of the liquid. And another important factor is it depends upon the medium. It depends upon the medium above the liquid. So what is the medium above the liquid? That is also very important factor for deciding the surface tension. Just now you need to just remember that surface tension on the free surface of the liquid, there will be force acting due to the property surface tension. That force acting or that surface tension depends upon these factors. In this, the important factor for us is, one is of temperature, other is of impurities. Let us discuss how does the surface tension value changes with the temperature. I told you, surface tension is this force is there now, force acting due to the surface tension is a electromagnetic force. Electromagnetic force. It is because of the force between the molecule interaction. So that force will arise because of the interaction with the molecules. And another important factor here is, so this electromagnetic force is there now. This force is electromagnetic in nature, and it does not obey inverse square law. So which one will obey inverse square law? Newton's law of gravitation. Gravitation force will obey inverse square law. But surface tension force or force due to surface tension does not depends upon inverse square law. Are you getting that? So it is an electromagnetic force. This force is arising because of the interaction with the molecules. Now, with increasing the temperature, whenever the temperature increases, distance between the molecules obviously increase because of the increasing of temperature. So what happens now? Surface tension value. So surface tension, here T is temperature. With increasing the temperature, so surface tension, or otherwise I will call it as T. So T value is going to be decreases. Are you getting it? Because surface tension is because of the molecular phenomena, interaction with the molecules. With increasing the temperature, distance between the molecules are increasing. Due to that reason, interaction is going to be decreases. That's why the surface tension is decreases. Here it is T stands for surface tension. So instead of having T, I can also write the surface tension with S also. But in case of molten cadmium and copper, so these two are the cadmium and copper whenever they melted, when they are in the form of liquid. So with increasing the temperature, their surface tension value increases. Those two are the exceptional cases, except that two remaining in all liquids, with increasing the temperature, surface tension is going to be decreases. Clear now? So what is the second factor I told you? Impurities. Because of adding impurities also, we can change the surface tension. Okay now? So again, adding of impurities is of two types. or of two types. So one is of solvable impurities, non-solvable impurities. When I add non-solvable impurities, non-solvable impurities like so oil, grease or wax. Whenever you add these impurities which are not completely solvable, so surface tension is going to be decreases. So what happened to surface tension? Decreases. Whereas the second category, so which are solvable, so which are solvable. In case of the solvable impurities, so like salt, whenever if I add salt to water, it will completely solvable. In case of the solvable impurities, so because of adding the solvable impurities, surface tension is going to be increases. Are you getting it? So you can vary the surface tension of a liquid by adding impurities. You can add the solvable impurities or non-solvable impurities. Solvable impurities will increases the surface tension. Non-solvable impurities so will decreases the surface tension. You tell me, so whenever the salt is added to water, so salt will be completely solvable in water. So due to the completely solvable in water, so what happened to the surface tension of water after adding salt will be increases. Understood? So this is how surface tension value depends. Okay, so this is regarding surface tension and factors on which surface tension value depends. So now we will discuss one important point. This is very important for us for solving numericals. So what we come to know, on the free surface of the liquid, because of the molecular interaction, some force is acting in downward direction. So let us see some important applications related with our applications note. I will call it as one note, important note regarding the surface tension. I consider a container. This container is filled with some liquid. So from on this surface I have dropped one pin run. One pin is there or one wire is there. So wire was there, I want to lift that wire from the free surface of the liquid. So actually what happened, what are the forces acting on this wire? Its weight is there. Na? What is the direction of weight? Vertically downwards. But because of the surface tension property, in additional with weight, we need to apply some extra force. So by leaving the weight, some extra force is needed in order to lift the body from the free surface of the liquid due to the property surface tension. Are you getting that? So what does it mean? Whenever a body want to lift from the free surface of the liquid, an additional force other than weight needed to apply to overcome the force due to surface tension. Are you getting it? For example, this wire weight is some 1 gram or 1 gram weight. So 1 gram weight force exactly if I apply, I cannot lift the body from the free surface of the liquid. Okay now? So additional force needed. Let me discuss that. For example, first if I take first example. So when I consider a wire or a rod, wire or any pin, when it was there on the free inside the liquid, what happened? So on this also, on this face also force acting, on this face also force acting. If I call this wire of length value L, then force needed, how much force I needed? So on this end also force is acting, on this end also force is acting. So how much force is required to lift the wire, to lift that wire? So force is equal to T surface tension into, can I call T, into length value given by 2L. Why I written 2L means, so force is acting on the 2 ends. So that's why I written TL, 2 in T into 2L, where T is the surface tension of the given liquid. From which liquid you want to lift the body, that the liquid surface tension is T. That body length is L, force required to pull the body from the free surface of the liquid in additional with weight is given by F is equal to T into 2L. This is for a wire or a rod. So this is the force value. If I take the second example, for a ring, if I want to lift a ring or otherwise I want to lift one hollow cylinder. A hollow cylinder I want to lift from free surface of the liquid. If I consider one ring, circular, whenever this ring was there inside the liquid, if I want to lift this ring, so force is acting on the ring, both this side and also this side. So how much force is needed to apply? So that value will be given by, so F value is equal to T into, what is the length? So 2 pi r. But how many sides it is acting? Now if I take, so this is circular ring, force is acting on this end, force is acting on the outer end also. So due to that reason, what I will get? Into 2. So finally what I will get? F value will be equal to, so T into 4 pi r. This is the formula for lifting of a circular ring of radius r from the free surface of a liquid of surface tension value T. So F value is equal to T into 4 pi r. Remember, this note is very important for doing of numericals. So third one is, if I want to lift one circular disc or otherwise one solid cylinder wanted to lift from a free surface of a liquid, one circular disc was there. What is the difference between the circular disc and circular ring? Because so it is completely solid, everywhere material was present. Now what happened? Force is acting to lift this. How much force needed to apply? So F value given by T into 2 pi r. Here only one side, not two sides. Are you getting it? Whether if I take a circular disc or whether if I take a circular this solid cylinder, force required to lift from the free surface, that is given by F value is equal to T into 2 pi r. Okay, so when I consider the fourth case, so if I consider one annual ring, so that annual ring, inner radius value small r, outer radius value capital R. One annual ring was there, whose inner radius is small r, outer radius is capital R. If I want to lift, force value given by T is equal to 2 pi into capital R plus small r. For this annual ring of inner radius small r, outer radius capital R, to lift from the surface of a liquid of surface tension T, F value given by T into 2 pi into R plus R. Are you getting it? So because of the property of surface tension, if you want to lift any object, for example, if they given so any other shape, triangular shape or rectangle shape, so if they given means that effector length value you need to calculate. Understood? If they given the rectangle, length value you need to consider. So this is very important application. This application simply based on the definition. Surface tension definition, what? Surface tension can be defined as the normal force acting per unit length on a imaginary line drawn on the free surface of the liquid. So T value is equal to how much? So F divided by U. Understood? So okay, next one. So now we will come to know how this force is acting. What is the reason behind this force to act? Okay, now let us see. Surface tension is a molecular phenomenon. So molecular forces are of two types. One is of cohesive force and other is of adhesive force. What is the meaning of cohesive force? The force of attraction, the attraction force between the molecules of same type. So that is called as cohesive force. If I consider a container, so container filled with some liquid, water. So between the water molecules, forces will be there, na? So that force is called as cohesive force. Force between the molecules of same type. Okay, this cohesive force also does not obey inverse square law. Cohesive force is an electromagnetic force, but it does not obey inverse square law. What does it mean, inverse square law? So distance of force between the molecules will not vary inversely proportional to the, so force between the molecules will not change inversely proportional to distance. Okay, so that force called as cohesive force. The second category force is given by adhesive force. So what is the meaning of adhesive force? Adhesive force is the force between the molecules of different types. If I consider some oil is spread over on liquid water. Between the water molecules, oil molecules, what is the force is there? That force is called as adhesive force. Are you getting it? So cohesive force and the adhesive force. So after completion of this, what is the meaning of molecular range? We are discussing some basic definitions in order to explain how free surface of the liquid will exhibit the property of surface tension. What is the meaning of molecular range? If I consider a container filled with some liquid, so there are many number of molecules are there, but one molecule cannot interact with all molecules which are there inside the container. In order to interact, there should be certain minimum distance. That distance up to which one molecule can attract another molecule. That distance is called as molecular range. This molecular range is order of 10 power minus 9 meters. So that is of 1 nanometer. One molecule can interact with another molecule whenever the distance between the center of the molecules should not be more than 10 power minus 9 meters. This range is called as molecular range. So what is the meaning of sphere of molecule? What is sphere of molecules? So if I take one molecule as a center, molecular range as a radius. By taking molecule as a center, molecular range as a radius. Here the molecule was there and this is the molecular range as a radius. If I draw one sphere, that sphere name is called as sphere of molecules. What is that sphere name? The sphere of molecules. Okay, so one molecule can interact with only those molecules which are there inside this sphere only. If any molecule was there outside the sphere, so this molecule which you consider it as center cannot interact with that molecule. To interact one molecule with another molecule, the compulsory it should be inside the sphere. That sphere name only called as sphere of molecules. Now, when I consider a liquid container filled with some liquid, if I consider any molecule which was there deep inside, when the molecule which is there deep inside, it will interact with all molecules which are there surrounding. Due to that reason, the net force acting on this molecule will be 0. This molecule cannot able to move. The net force value will be 0. When if the molecule was there at the deep inside, but if any molecule was there on the surface, so that time what happened? So surface means what happened now? So there are no molecules are there above. So force acting towards right and left will be balanced, but force acting downward will be more compared with upward. So due to that reason what happened? Those molecules which was there on the surface will experience an inward drag, will experience a net downward force. So due to that downward force only, so that the free surface of the liquid will act like a elastic membranes. In order to measure that downward force, we are imagining one imaginary line. On this imaginary line, how much force acting per unit length is be defined as surface tension. Are you getting that? So what does it mean is those molecules which are there on the surface will experience a net downward force. So due to the downward force, what happened to the molecule? Will pull downward. Whenever the molecule, so how many number of molecules are there on the surface? When they pulled down, so on free surface of the liquid will have less number of molecules. Whenever the molecules are less in number, so due to the less in number, surface area will be less. So surface area, liquid will always try to obtain the less surface area. Okay now, because of the property surface tension. Why? Raindrop spherical in shape. Because of the property surface tension. Among all the shape, so sphere will have minimum surface area. Due to that minimum surface area, when surface area minimum, when molecules on the surface will be of minimum, then only the surface area will be minimum. Are you getting up? So due to that reason, it will be spherical in shape. For example, if I want to bring the molecule from inside to the surface, we need to do some work against the forces because of the molecules. If you want to take one molecule from the bottom to top, remaining molecules will oppose because of the molecular interaction. To overcome that opposition, we need to apply some force. Some work has to be done. So while bringing this molecule from bottom to top, some work has to be done. That work done will store in the form of potential energy. Due to that reason, what happens? Those molecules which are there on the surface will have a more potential. Whenever the number of molecules on the surface increasing, I am pulling the more and more number of molecules to the surface. Then what happens? The liquid will possess more potential energy. So you know that for a system to be stable, so potential energy should be or energy should be less. In order to attain the less potential energy, by itself the liquid will try to obtain the less potential energy. How it can minimize the potential energy? By reducing the molecules on the surface. It will pull the molecules inside. Automatically surface area will be contract, decrease. Then potential energy will be decreased. That liquid will be in the stable position. So are you getting it? So that is a process will take itself. No one will guide that liquid to take the molecules because of the property inherent. So the molecules are pulled inwards. Because of that reason only, the free surface of the liquid will act like a elastic membranes. Are you getting it? Like a rubber band. When you elongate the rubber band, so restoring force will develop. Because of the restoring force, after removing the external force, the rubber band will come back to its original shape. So that property called as elasticity. How does the solids are exhibiting the property of elasticity? The similar property was there in a liquids also. So that property is called as surface tension. I think now it is clear what is the meaning of the surface tension. Okay now? So that is the sphere of molecules. Now what happens? If you want to bring the molecule from the bottom to the surface, some work has to be done. The work done will store in the form of potential energy. That energy only called as surface energy. So we will discuss that surface energy before one after discussing applications of the surface tension. So where we come to know this surface tension, let us see applications of the surface tension. So I told you why raindrop is spherical in shape because of the surface tension. Raindrop is spherical in shape. The shape of the raindrop is spherical due to the surface tension. The second one is, if I consider a one small mercury drop, if I put this mercury drop on a glass slab, so there are two forces are acting. One is its weight, other one is its surface tension. When I consider a small mercury drop, so it will be in the it will not spread over on the glass surface. It will be in the spherical shape only. So why it is spherical shape only? Here, so force due to surface tension is predominating the gravitational force. Because of the size is very small, gravitational force is very small compared with the force due to surface tension. So due to that reason what happen? It remains in the spherical shape only. Whenever if I consider a mercury drop of bigger shape, so it cannot able to remain in the spherical shape. So what happened to it? It will be spread over. Because that time gravitational force will predominate force due to surface tension. Okay, so this is one more example for surface tension. So like this we can discuss. You take a brush, painting brush. So painting brush, when you dip into the paint, so what happened to that hair will be separated. When you pull out it will be again come closer. That can be also due to the property of surface tension. Lead shots, iron balls, spherical balls will be there na? Like in bearings we will use. That lead shots can be prepared because of the property of surface tension. Surface tension property, the meaning is the liquid free surface will always try to attain minimum surface area. That property name only called as surface tension. Like this, still many examples are there based on the surface tension. We will come to. So after completing this, so now we have explained why or how on the free surface of the liquid force is acting. After coming to know this, now let us see what is surface energy. So what is the value of surface energy? I told you now, So in order to bring the molecules from the bottom to the top, here one molecule was there. If I want to bring this molecule from bottom to top, we need to do some work. That work done for increasing the surface area by 1 unit. If I bring the molecule from bottom to surface area will be increased. If you want to increase the surface area by 1 unit, how much work has to be done? That work done is equal to surface energy. So what is the definition? Surface energy is numerically equal to work done for increasing the area. Work done divided by increasing area. It can be also defined as written as, so W divided by increasing the area can write delta A. But so according to the dimensionally, we can show the surface energy value equal to surface tension. If you write dimension formula of surface tension and so which one surface energy, this is surface tension numerically equal to surface energy. Are you getting it? So we can write what is surface tension definition? Force by length. What is surface energy definition? Surface energy definition is work done by area. So force value dimension formula ml t power minus 2 divided by m. So what I will get? ml power 0 t power minus 2. Here work done dimension formula ml square t power minus 2 by l square. What I will get? ml power 0 t power minus 2. Are you getting it? So dimension formula both are same. That's why surface energy numerically equal to surface tension. So what can I write? T value is equal to W divided by delta A, where delta A is the increasing the surface area. So how much work has to be done for increasing the surface area? Work done value is equal to T into delta A. So this formula very important for us. While doing of numericals, we will get many applications based on this formula. So what is W there? Work done. Work done for increasing the surface area by delta A. Again it's the force due to surface tension, how much? T. So del W value is equal to T into delta A. So you take one example note. So what is this? In this note, first one, I want to blow one air bubble of radius r. How much work has to be done? So work done value given by W is equal to T. So area given by 4 pi into r square. The initial area of the air bubble initially not there, 0 area. Final area 4 pi into r square. So that increase in the area 4 pi into r square. Work done is equal to T into 4 pi into r square. This is for what purpose? Work done for blowing a bubble of radius how much? R. Radius capital R. Clear? The second one is, so work done for increasing the area or radius of a air bubble from R1 to R2. I want to increase one air bubble radius from R1 to R2. The work done is given by W is equal to surface tension T. So initial area 4 pi into R1 square, final area 4 pi into R2 square. Then what I will get? 4 pi into R2 square minus 4 pi into R1 square will give us so total change in area. This is the formula where T is the surface tension. Okay now? So if I want to bubble one liquid drop, air bubble or liquid drop right here, better I will call one liquid drop of surface tension T. If I want to bubble, that you know that now. So we will form bubbles. So bubbles of soap solution. Okay, and sometimes we will get the bubbles of liquid solution, liquid drops. So this is the work done. Whereas if I consider for soap bubble, work done for blowing soap bubble of radius capital R. So but what is the difference between soap bubble and liquid drop? That water drop. So soap bubble will have two free surfaces are there. So due to that reason, work done will be given by, so T into 2 into 4 pi r square. We will get the answer is of T into 8 pi r square. Clear? What is the work done for doing a soap bubble of radius r? You need to do more work in order to blow a soap bubble compared with the liquid drop. So that is the work done. If I want to calculate how much work has to be done for increasing the radius of a soap bubble from R1 to R2. So that value given by W is equal to T into 8 pi into R2 square minus R1 square. This is the value of work done for increasing the radius of the soap bubble from R1 to R2. The work done value given by this. So this is the concept of this one, surface energy. Surface energy numerically equal to work done for increasing the surface area of a liquid by 1 unit. That work done is stored in the form of surface energy. Surface energy numerically equal to which one? So numerically equal to surface energy. Okay, so that's it for today class. The remaining concepts we'll discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you.